Kia ora, hello, welcome everyone to the stream. Thank you everyone for being here. Do appreciate it. And it is an incredible Wednesday night here. And we are back on Witcombe Park. It has actually been a while. Too long. Friday was my last stream on this map, and I am really enjoying it. So we're just going to go and do another contract.
I'm Oxy.
Hey Oxy, how's it going? So we're just grabbing the keys and we have our tractor up here. New Holland by the looks of it. And our cultivator. Hey Pro Gamer, welcome in. Thank you for joining. So yeah, we'll go up and we'll cultivate the field. Try and earn a bit more money. A little bit foggy around here. Hey Cher, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Kiwi Mate Renovates, hello, welcome in. Lawnmower in the office. It's a shop, mate. They're trying to sell it. Absolutely stunning map, this. I really enjoy it. There was a couple of new maps that dropped on Mod Hub in Michigan area. They're good maps. They are good maps, but just they're not as finished as this map is. Now there is a new update coming out for this soon. A new save is recommended. However, Oxy is going to provide some possible workarounds so that we might be able to manually fix what he's fixing instead of just having it happen for us straight away. Hey Flash Gaming NZ, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Yeah, mate, anything to make money. This is my start from scratch series, so if there's a lawnmower, if someone wants to buy a broken lawnmower, I'll sell it. So yeah, we're currently in the contract stage where we're just using people's equipment, and then eventually we will get our tractor. Will we get one tonight? I don't know. I'm not too sure. Would be nice, but we're going to need quite a bit of money, I think. So I think I'm still getting to know the map and where all the entrances are. Hey Shahir, you're off shopping today? Awesome. I'll be sure to have a good cup of tea before you head off. Hey, more wool. Awesome. I will do some walk arounds the local tractor places when I'm motivated. It's so awesome. Yeah. Yeah, we actually have a big show coming up in the Waikato in June. So I'm planning on getting there. Maybe filming it on Thursday, but not sure when I'll get the video out. Because Friday and Saturday and Sunday are looking to be quite busy. Yeah, they have things that are like on farm sim. I know, that's why I like going to the field days here and just seeing the equipment and going, ooh, I've used that on farm sim. So yeah, be sure to put your choice in the poll, just out of interest. Chaff is the product of maize. So you make maize into chaff, and then you can make that into silage. But yeah, we'll get this contract done. We'll make some money out of that, hopefully. And share, you've renovated your farm. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at buying or leasing a bit of land on this map. I think as part of the story, I can't buy land because I'm on a visitor's visa, but I can probably lease it. Got a new driving job? Nice one. It's hush hush. YouTube, you know. Yeah. Put anything on here and the whole world knows about it, mate. AI Farmer, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you are having a fantastic Wednesday morning. Cups of teas or coffee for anyone. It was nice. Went to a vendor presentation today and they had free coffee, which was good. And free pens. Free pens are always good. And no, before you get all excited about, vendor presentation for tractors or anything like that, no, it wasn't. It was servers and switches and firewalls. Really boring stuff. Instant coffee was invented in Dunedin. It's a crime. Yeah. Yeah, don't want to admit to that one too much, although I guess when you were in the trenches in World War One, even instant coffee was better than no coffee. Still make yours in a pot. We got one of those flash steamy machines that mixes steam with everything. Oh, easy going downhill, not so easy going uphill. %90 of the world's onions are consumed domestically. So they're not exported. Unlike New Zealand dairy products, which are all exported. There's actually a bit of a interesting thing going on with the news cycle here in New Zealand. One of the supermarkets have imported American butter and repackaged it and selling it cheaper than we could buy local butter. Yeah, don't ask me how that can be cheaper when it's traveled all the way from America, but it is. And of course, American cattle are grain fed, so the butter is a different color. Now, it was funny, everyone's up in arms about butter being a different color instead of being up in arms about the fact that New Zealand produced butter is more expensive than imported butter from America. Not all New Zealand dairy products are exported. We get the low quality stuff. No, that's the kiwi fruit, mate. We get the low quality kiwi fruit here. And I know for a certainty because I worked in a kiwi fruit orchard when I was younger, and you would have the fruit being picked out, all the reject fruit, and all the good fruit was going overseas, and then they'd run the reject fruit across the machine, and you'd sort out the real bad ones and package the rest up for the local market. Yeah, AI farmer, you export almost everything and anything. You've done kiwi fruit as well? Yeah. Done apples and hops, and we send the best away. Yeah, I've actually seen apples in the supermarket that were probably rejected by the pig farmers because they wouldn't feed them to their pigs. They were that bad. Hey, K-Mac 3274, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Yeah, on this one, mate, I haven't got a farm yet. I'm doing a start from scratch on the new Witcombe Park map. He could be self-supporting, but seems otherwise. Ah, I know, mate, I know what you mean. I just wonder what will happen if transport costs get too expensive and they can't export the stuff, can't afford to export it. We'll have a surplus of butter and milk and not enough people to buy it. Hey, K-Mac, it's a new mod, so not available on Mod Hub yet. It is currently PC only. OxygenDavid has released it on his itch.io page. I think I have put it in the description. Just checking. Oop, gone down too far. Yep, I've put the link in the description to his itch.io page. You can download it for free, although donations are gratefully accepted. And you can also download separate packs for HD textures and that sort of thing. And last time I looked, they were free as well, but donations are gratefully accepted. He did start by charging for one of the packs, or you know, setting a minimum donation level, but that seems to have changed. So yeah, and the idea is PC players will go around and find all the trees that are floating, and you know, all those sort of things. Let him know, he fixes them, and then hopefully when the map is sent off to Giants for testing for consoles, it will get through pretty quickly. Yeah, you haven't played since shortly after the second season pass was released? Yeah, can't blame you, mate. I was going through a stage there where I was just going through the motions and, you know, just doing stuff to keep the streams going, but I was finding it difficult. So yeah, it was difficult there, but this map's injected a new lease of life into the game. It really has. And Marcus the Sim Farmer, hello, welcome in. Sorry I missed your message there earlier. All I can say is if you want to stream Rocket League, mate, go for it. Try it out. If you get people watching, great. If you don't have people watching, then you know that probably wasn't a good idea. But yeah, give it a shot, mate. So in case you guys don't know, Marcus has started a channel and is doing some YouTube videos, mainly being farm sim at the moment, but he is thinking about doing other stuff. A surplus of milk and honey, don't let it happen. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be bathing in milk. It'll be cheaper than water. Yeah, good advice there, K-Mac. Yep. People watch or don't watch, but do what you enjoy. Yeah, I think that's the important thing, is if you're enjoying what you're doing, it actually comes out in the stream and or in the video, and people get they get excited about it because you're excited about it. Yeah, AI farmer, just have fun with it. Definitely. So yeah, just to remind everyone, hit that like button. YouTube have changed things quite a bit, and they actually make it really difficult now. They've gone into hard mode. They really have. Basically, if your video doesn't get people staying to watch and don't hit the like button or interact or anything like that, they actually just stop putting your video on the feed. And a lot of YouTubers, even well-established ones, have noticed huge drops in numbers, something like, you know, 40 to 70% drop in viewership. And I have noticed that myself. I have seen a big drop in my viewership for my streams. Hey, yeah, Kiwi mate renovates. Cleopatra would bathe in 400 vessels of pure goat's milk. Her handmaidens would sell 402 vessels of goat's milk later. Story is awesome. Yeah, sounds yeah, interesting goat milk. And Flash Gaming NZ, yeah, my week's been good, thanks. Getting through it. We're Wednesday, so that's good. I hope your Wednesday is going well. And just trying to catch up here. AI Farmer will promote the heck out of it. Yeah, promote the heck out of it. I'm shadow banned also, mate. They want shorts basically. Yeah, but even the shorts, like, with my shorts, when I first started doing shorts, I would get something like, 900,000, 1,200 views per stream. Now, views on shorts is basically if it pops up on someone's screen, that counts as a view. An engaged view is where they will actually click on it, and that was dropping right down. But I'm not even getting those views anymore. YouTube's just not putting it onto people's screens. And yeah, YouTube has gone into hard mode. I would really hate to be a YouTuber trying to get to that 1,000 sub mark at the moment, because it is just so hard. I'm still lucky. I'm getting 1 or 2 new subscribers per stream. Very grateful for that. But there have been some streams where I don't get new subscribers at all. And that's just the way it is. Yeah, I am shadow banned. Yeah, YouTube tends to do that. If you're not getting the clicks and all that, they just stop promoting you. And yeah, Marcus the Sim Farmer, it's especially hard for me because I am just a small YouTuber and I don't get very much likes per video. Exactly, mate. And yeah, it is really hard at the moment. It is hard for everyone, hard for new YouTubers, hard for even the established YouTubers. So hopefully YouTube will change things around a bit and make it easier, especially for new channels. And Flash Gaming NZ, your Wednesday's going well so far. Awesome to hear, mate. Awesome to hear. And Kiwi Mate renovates, you have a quality personality. YouTube want crazy people running channels. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm not that kind of in your face screaming at you every 5 minutes. And I do tend to play a bit more realistically, and yeah, possibly if I was just going nuts and running into trees all the time, things might be better. Who knows? If you start ploughing innocent paths by people, feeding people through your harvester, screaming and acting like a crazy American, YouTube will promote you. Yes, but at the same time, they would be demonetizing me for, doing bad things. So they'd be promoting the heck out of me, but they'd be demonetizing me. Can't have you running over little old ladies. Oh, that reminds me of the game Carmageddon. I don't know if anyone remembers that game. It was a bit of an insane game. The premise was you were on a closed track with robot sheep and humanoids. And the idea was to run over as many of these sheep and humanoids as you could possibly manage. Officially, like I say, they were robots, not real people. Pretty sure killing people is a crime. Yes. Killing people is a crime. Unless you're doing it for the fatherland/motherland because the government's told you to do it. Hey, hi, farmer. That was a cool game. Yeah, I had fun with it. I think we found a tree that's going to be taken care of. So yeah, like I say, there is a new update coming down, 1.3.0. New save game is recommended, but I think I'm going to have to work around with the workarounds because of my tractor museum. It would be a big job to re-add that into the game. Hey Joel, FS25, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for joining. We'll drop this tractor off. We'll get ourselves a little bit of extra money. We are in the second day. We are on 2-day months. So next month will be November. So there'll be a few contracts, and then the contracts will start dying off over winter time. So I'm thinking a political anti-trafficking stream with farming is the key. until the traffic is shadow ban you. Good work. Good work, Kiwi Mate Renovates. Good work. And Marcus, I was recording a video and saved midway through, then a carry bone, and I finished, or carried on, and then I finished. Tried to post it, then I figured out it was corrupted. Now I have changed the map that they never saw me do. Sorry to hear that, mate. Nothing worse than when something goes wrong when you're recording. The only downside is you got to play Farm Sim while you're doing it. Alright, so let's go hand the keys back to Oxy. Yep, he says that every time. Hi, I'm Oxy. It's a little bit disturbing. Alright, let's go do that. We live in New Zealand. As far as I know, there are no people trafficking. We are blessed, bro. Yes, and I have heard of some trafficking being done. But usually not by New Zealanders, by people that have come into New Zealand and tried to find ways of working around systems. No New Zealand politicians on the Epstein files? None that we know of, mate. Yeah, we've got our little Nissen patrol. Actually drove one of these when I was younger. They are literally like a truck. You do sit quite high in them. Actually went quite well for the size of it. Yeah, Joel, I was limited to just 4 slots, so that's why I put in other. I might do another poll next time with other tractor brands. When you actually think about it, there are an awful lot of tractor brands. And it would have been good if I could have put them all in, but yeah, only allowed 4 slots on YouTube polls, so yeah, that was about the best we could do. AI Farmer, next to the fact you have a lot of Chinese stuff, New Zealand is a great island. Well, islands, yeah. Yeah, the world has a lot of Chinese stuff. Now, am I going the right way? No, I'm not. I definitely did not go the right way. Landini are my favorite tractors. They're Italian and awesome. Yeah, they are. So if you guys haven't checked out my newest Kinlake video, I've actually got a quiz in that. So yeah, if you guys want to have a bit of a quiz, check out the video and do the quiz. Alright, so I think we can go down this way. Looks like it's a public road. A few sheds there. House up there. That's a nice house. I've always liked the wooden framed houses. Always thought they looked awesome. Alright, so I think we're on the right track now. Fully crossed up a 45-degree slope with 20 tongues in the tractor. Oh, yeah, Landini tractor hauls bottom. Yeah. Yeah, I quite like the Landini, the blue, getting the extra blue on it. Right, so we've got some trees to drop down here. Okay, I can hear you guys all groaning now, going, oh, he hasn't, has he? Yes, I have. I know we're a bit late for May the 4th, but, you know. Yeah, and Marcus, I like McDonald's. Also got a road patrol position at school. Hey, awesome, mate. They can be a bit hard to get into, road patrol positions. Apparently you've got to have a loud voice and be quite assertive. That's what they look for, mate. So yeah, well done. Congratulations. Luke Skywalker. Yeah. Yeah, I went for the blue one instead of the red one. Red lightsabers always belong to the bad guys, don't they? What's that up ahead? Oh, it's another ruin. Drove right past this and didn't know. Oxy always does these little things. uh, Someone did a meme of a 1970s family photo um, with a father and mother and two children, except they'd managed to make a young-looking Mark Hamill and um, Carrie Fisher, Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia, put those faces onto the kids' bodies. They put Darth Vader's head onto the dad's body, and they put Padme's head onto the mum's body. It was really well done. Doesn't mess around, that's for sure. Right. Sorry guys, I couldn't resist, had to install it, and I've just punched a hole through my door now. Had to install it and use it on a contract. Hey, AI Farmer, no worries. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. You have a fantastic Wednesday. Now, where are we? Up here. And let's collect these. So what do we got? 50. I'm thinking we might need to get about 100,000 before we can start thinking about opening up our own contracting business. I think that's what we'll start off with, is a contracting business, and then maybe we'll go into leasing a farm. Looking forward to this map share. Yeah, it is a good map. Oxy has certainly done a fantastic job of it. Mind you, I always gush about Oxy's maps, because he always does a great job. It looks like this is becoming my parking spot. Right, well, we'll go into the pub, see if there are any other jobs that are available. Yeah, how's it going? Okay, well, he's told me that there might be a job, small job, down at the Tractor Museum. So let's head on down there, see what they've got to offer. Okay, I think I can go this way. Or can I? Let's check the map again. Oh, I can, but it's a roundabout way, but that's okay. We'll do that. Now I think we can go down here. Oxy has certainly done a great job of using the particle systems for the air. And his skybox looks really awesome. Now it was funny, I was actually watching someone else playing on the map. Another YouTuber, great guy. And he was driving around and he drove past this place as the original field, and it was sort of like I was looking at it and going, that looks wrong. It looks bare. All right, let's go see what they have to say. Okay, passage of time, all that sort of thing. Oh, they have offered to pay me £100 to cut the grass for them with their vintage tractor. So it was sort of like, yeah, I'm up for that. They have also said that they will give us a free annual pass to the museum, so we can go in there as often as we like, and it won't cost us anything. So £100 to mow this, I don't think that's too bad. It's kind of like the groceries. She looks like I'm going to have to have something to eat and have something to drink as well. Control, okay. Let's have something to eat. Small meal. And right control you. There we go. It looks like my thirst hasn't gone down. Ah, because I couldn't, because I'd already drunk. Can't drink more than 250 millilitres of water, quarter of a litre of water at a time. Yeah, Flash Gaming. It is Human Factors mod. Available on Mod Hub. PC only, unfortunately, because it is a script mod. But I've decided to use it in this game just as a little bit of a extra thing. So just sort of makes it a bit more realistic. But what could be better than driving an old Ford, cutting some grass, and getting paid for it? And Cher, you've been going through the stash. Nice. Yeah, Flash Gaming, it does add a touch more realism. Usually I'm not that fussed about those sort of mods, but I thought for this start from scratch game it could be quite good. And I think we've got some dust mod coming too. I know there was one released, but it was taken off because he'd actually converted it without permission. So they took it off Mod Hub. But yeah, looking forward to getting the Dusty Lands mod back again. Dixie Cat has come to say hello. Oh, hello there, Dixie. Hope you're behaving yourself. Just as well, those tables are built strong, especially with my driving. Yeah, enjoyed Dusty Lands on FS22. Yeah. Yeah, definitely looking forward to having it come back again. All right, I think we're just about finished. All right, that's all done. Quite a nice little model, this one. PC only, unfortunately, because for some strange reason we can't have Ford in the game. We can have Ford in the game, but we can't have Ford in the game. All right, let's add the £100 in. We'll DM you the colours later. Sounds awesome, Share. So let's just have a quick look around here again. Sorry, guys, can't resist. So many awesome old tractors. And harvesters. Great mods, although I have to say some of them really do light up the log file with a lot of errors. So use them at your own peril, basically. But yeah, this one is an incredible mod. The Lance Bulldog. And I still can't get over the fact that there was one in New Zealand. I actually saw one in real life. That just, it blows my mind. That really does. All right, let's go up to the viewing gallery. Some old farm implements up here, and a good view of all the tractors down there. Although that big Roy does tend to block a bit of the view. But yeah, it's very nice. Right, we are in the market for making money, so no, we've done a cultivating one. I think it's time we did a fertilizing one. Cheryl White. Can you start all the tractors? I've never heard them in the game before. Ooh. Yeah, I can. Well, I'll start the main ones. A lot of them just sound like the standard ones, but I'll just slow down time for a little bit. The real one that stands out to me is this one. There's actually a procedure that you have to do. You can actually run a blowtorch underneath the front and that, but you can just start it normally. And that's the sound of it there. And when you turn it off, and welcome in, Cheryl. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Now, I think from memory, this one had a fairly good sound too. Yeah, not too bad. I'm just trying to remember which ones have great sound and which ones don't. There's this one. Sort of got the puffing sound. That sort of has a similar sound as well. Quite nice. Takes a little bit to run down. I think this one has a really good sound too. But yeah, some have a really good sound. Some are just the standard sound. Nothing too fancy. This one actually has a good sound. I actually used this to plough some of the Four Fields map. That was an insane stream, I can tell you. Now I think these ones have quite good sounds. They've all got a slightly different sound. That one actually had quite a good sound to it. Some of these modders have actually done a really good job with the sound. Yeah, it's just basic same sound, isn't it? Yeah, so there you go. You sidetracked me. Very easy to sidetrack me. Especially with the old tractors like this. But we've got this contract to finish before it gets too dark. Alright, so our equipment should be there. No, I better turn off the lights, otherwise I may not get it started again. Yeah, sure, I haven't got that mod installed, but have had that mod installed, and yes, I have run the battery down a few times. So we'll go in and see Oxy and pick up the keys.
I'm Oxy.
Yep, hello Oxy. Hey Lone Wolves, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope your Wednesday is going well. Be an early Wednesday for you at the moment. Appreciate you jumping in. You jumped in just in time because I was going to start this contract and then I was going to put up a few links in the chat. So, yeah, I'll get this contract started. Yes, I hope everyone's having a fantastic Wednesday. If you are, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to do that too. It really does help the channel. It's definitely a metric that YouTube looks for, as well as comments and likes. So yeah, basically if YouTube sees people enjoying it, it feels like it needs to show it to more people. So this is the actual starter farm on the map if you start with a farm, and even has rabbits on it. You probably can't see it through the fog there, but through the fog there is actually a rabbit hutch. So there's a new XP mod out as well. Unfortunately, I can't use this because this map is set up as a well, I've had to use multiplayer to have different farms on it. So it's not set up as a multiplayer because I wouldn't really want to force everyone to have to download all of those vintage tractors that I've got. Now, whereabouts are you? Up around there. Cool. Yeah, so because it's sort of on a multiplayer setup, I can't use the XP mod. But basically, the XP mod is really good if you're doing a start from scratch type thing, because you can get the vehicles you need for contracts, but you can't buy vehicles above a certain horsepower. And yeah, it does slow down your progression. You can't just jump in and give yourself a lot of money and then buy a big tractor, because you're just not allowed to. You got to work your way up to the big tractor. So yeah, it's an interesting concept. I think it's been something that people have been wanting for a while. All right, I'll just put time back up to the usual time again after my little sidetrack with the There we go. Just put shares link in the channel. And Lone Wolf's channel in as well. And AI Farmers link as well. All great YouTubers. So we'll just get round everyone else as well. So we've got Marcus, the Sim Farmer. He's just started a channel. And Joel FS25 as well. So I think I've got most of them. If I have missed you, let me know, and I will gladly put your channel link in the chat. If I have left someone out, it's definitely not intentional. And if I don't know about your channel, let me know and I'll happily put it in, especially if it is a farm sim or sim type channel. Hey, farmhand Andy, welcome in. Great to have you here. You just come in time. I was just putting some links in the chat. So we'll put your link in as well. Yep, I'm doing well. Hope you are well too, sir. All right, we'll just get your link in. Where are we? There we go. Farmhand Andy's link is in the chat as well. Feel free to check out his channel as well. Okay, I think we've done that contract. Look at that sunset. That is a screenshot mode, isn't it? Really is. Just trying to get a nice screenshot. Here we go. I think I've got one. Actually got a plan for this area too. I think would be quite good. But yeah, I think we'll drop this off and then head off up to our new dwelling. Now, I think I need to pay $1,000 for the rent. We're paying, sorry, £1,000, not dollars. We're in the UK. It's a pound. Awesome, Andy. Thank you for that. All right, let's drop off the keys.
Hello, I'm Oxy,
Yep.
creator of this.
Hi, Oxy. Thank you for creating the map. You have to go. You've dropped the like. Awesome share. Thank you so much. Enjoy your wool shopping. And Farmhand Andy, messages aren't showing. Yeah, I think we did have a little glitch there, but looks like it's come back on again. I'm not too sure what happened there, but thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. Traffic is mad around here, it really is. Trying to remember. I think I missed my turn. Yes. Yes, I've missed my turn. Keep missing it. Always have to be on the lookout for the red phone box. Your bad stream wasn't up to date. It was the lightsaber part. Oh, that was a while ago, mate. I've done that before. Chatting on the stream and no one's talking to me, and then I realize I'm actually like 5-10 minutes behind everyone. All right, so we've got this little place down here. So let's pay our 1,000 quid. There we go. That's our 1,000 quid paid. Seedless Melon, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. And welcome in our new subscriber. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Thank you for joining. Yeah, and especially on this map because he has done high definition textures as well. So the textures do look way better than console. But this map will be available on console. He will release it on console. So it is coming. And it'll still be an awesome map even on console. So let's do the right control L and have ourselves a full meal for 20 quid. Okay, and that takes care of our thirst and our hunger. Let's refill our water bottle. And let's sleep. Oh, welcome in from the US. It's very early in the morning for you, I know, depending on which side of America you're on, Eastern Seaboard or Western Seaboard. There is quite a large time difference between the two. But yeah, welcome in. Thank you for joining. So we're just using this mod. We're trying to get basically you get hungry and you get thirsty and you get tired. and if you actually get too hungry and thirsty, the speed of the tractor slows down. Hey, Serena Earth, welcome in. Thank you for joining. You made it. You made it. I'm sorry, I'd only just finished the stream when you joined last time, so yeah, thank you for joining. I did see you, and I did do a quick reply, but yeah, great to have you here. So that's that all sorted. Let's go and see what we can pick up in the way of contracts. So the story is we've moved to Witcombe, and we are basically starting off with, we had no money, basically. And I did a bit of stealth camping in a forest near the town. And I basically have managed to get some contracts through the local bartender. Farmers go into the bar and talk about jobs that they need doing. And he sort of says, well, I know someone that might be able to do it. So he lets me know, and I get the contracts done, and I get paid for that. I'm sure he gets paid a little bit for it as well as a broker, but not complaining. It's been very helpful. So I'm slowly building up cash so that I can afford a tractor, and can also maybe get a little bit of land, and we can start running a contract business instead of borrowing everyone's tractors and equipment. And I'm getting lost in the dark. If I'm not mistaken, you're 16 hours ahead of me. About 10 p.m. Yes, you are correct. It is 9:42 p.m. So yeah, nearly 10 p.m. So yep, you are correct. So for me, my Wednesday is just about over, and for you, you're starting your Wednesday. All right, let's go in and see if there's any contracting jobs to do. There's a farmer out already. Looks like everyone's come in for their early morning breakfast. It's actually nice not having to borrow his facilities to refreshen up. It was a bit tricky stealth camping, especially when it was wet one day. It was absolutely hosing down, and yeah, I came in totally miserable, and yeah, he laughed. That's the story anyway. I'm sticking with it. Nearly 6 a.m. Sleep during the day due to work, but I'll be up during your afternoon. Yeah, awesome, mate. So let's see, what do we got in the way of contracts? We'll collect this one. Got a few deadwood contracts, but I sort of want to keep that for winter time. So we've got winter in the next couple of months. So could be getting a bit quieter. I may have to resort to some wood transport. I don't know. Yeah, rock removal could be fun. Don't have a trailer. Let's borrow this one anyway. Yeah, why don't we go with that one? Yeah, farmhand, it's 10:45. Yep. Yeah, I think with the daylight savings, you've sometimes it's neat having these controls where you can open the doors and the boot and all that, but sometimes it's not so good when you accidentally knock it with your joystick. Someone's out early. So I do have that mod that puts workers in the field as well. So it seems to be working okay. Doesn't seem to be hogging too much resource. My frame rates are doing fairly well. So that electric scooter in the back there was my first form of transport. I was whipping around the place in my little electric scooter, and it was quite good. But managed to pick up the car, or the 4x4, and yeah, definitely much nicer than the scooter, especially with the winter coming.
Hello, I'm Oxy, the creator of this map.
Hi Oxy, thank you once again. And we grab the keys. The only mod I haven't really got installed that I usually play with is manual attached. Haven't got round to installing it yet. Right, where is it? 47. Up by the starter farm, basically. Witcombe Park Farm, I think it is. Kiwi Yoma, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Is it better on PC than Xbox? It is very good on Xbox. My kids have a version of it on their Xbox, and it does look very good on a 4K TV. PC does give you the added benefit of being able to download script mods, basically mods that generally make life a bit more realistic. Although some of them, like Universal Auto Load, can make life a lot easier as well. Unfortunately for Xbox and PlayStation, you can't install script mods. The manufacturers just do not allow it. So from the point of view of mod availability, PC is definitely the way to go. This map has high definition textures on it from the author that he probably won't be able to use on for console release. He will be releasing this map for console, but yeah. So it depends. Consoles work and quite a bit less expensive than a PC, and it does look good on PC still. Here we go. Should have put the lights on before. Running through town without lights on. Actually, I think I have taken the wrong turn anyway. Ooh, there's a harvesting job. What are we harvesting? Soybeans. Okay, people, do we go with a case, the John Deere, or a class? Which one do you think? Or the New Holland? That's got a 25-foot header, 28-foot. or 28 foot for the New Holland. Which one do you think? New Holland? No, sorry, Tobias, we can do the New Holland. Let's go with that one then. Done. But I need to. I'm away for this job. Okay, I'm definitely on the right track. That's cool. So we've got a harvesting contract. So this contract shouldn't take too long to do. Just being a fertilizing contract. Yeah, it won't take long at all. Yeah, Kiwi, this is OxygenDavid's newest map, only released a couple of Saturdays ago. It's on his itch.io page. It is currently PC only, but it will be eventually released for console as well. He's released it on itch.io, so PC players can basically beta test it for him, tell him, you know, what trees need to be replanted because they're floating and that sort of thing. And then once all those little bugs are ironed out, he'll be submitting it to ModHub and getting it released for console. So it is definitely an awesome map. He has really set the bar high for any other map maker. The edges of the map are absolutely amazing. They just carry on into the distance. You don't feel like you're boxed in. He's improved the skybox. The sky is looking a lot more realistic. He does have some HD textures for PC users, and they're not too bad. They don't seem to be making my system suffer too much. So I do rate OxygenDavid as probably one of the best map makers in Farming Sim. That we currently have. There was another fantastic map maker called Alien Jim, He did some fantastic maps, but he's regrettably no longer part of the community. He's moved on to a different game. So the mantle has now transferred to OxygenDavid, and he's just done so well. So many map makers just do a wall of trees right around the map or something like that, but OxygenDavid is totally different. I'll drop this tractor back off, and on the trip there I'll show you where the edge of the map is, and you won't believe it. Unfortunately, OxygenDavid has ruined it for a lot of other map makers because he set the bar so high. There's been a couple of new maps released for Michigan just today, actually, and they're good maps, but they're not as good as this one. The map edges are a wall of trees, one road going out into a tunnel where there's no actual hill for a tunnel to be, and that sort of thing, you know. Absolutely fine maps, though. Fine maps on their own right, but just don't have the finishing touches that OxygenDavid adds in. He's added in the extra traffic, the trucks, the motorbikes, the tractors and trailers, and yeah, the sunrise and the sunsets are absolutely stunning. He's also put in a lot of insane traffic. I'm gonna have to go in here to let him. So while I'll turn this tractor around while they sort themselves out. So he's put his own custom train in. Absolutely stunning, Deltic engined. Yeah, a lot better than the in-game. Although I do have to say that the in-game maps are actually quite good for a Giants type map. But yeah, just to give you an idea, there's the edge of the map, and yeah, it just looks like you can carry on driving down there. You can't, but it does look like that, you know. And there's a few maps like that. There's this one. Gesteel is another extremely fine map that's very similar. A lot of detail and edges that are done absolutely fantastic. And Darheim was also a great map for that. Although they did it a bit differently, they shrunk the actual playable area down. But it was still a really nice detailed little map. I actually spent a lot of time on that map in streaming. Enjoyed playing on that one. Hey, Flash Gaming NZ. Yep, have a good stream. I'll catch you on the next one. Yep, no worries, Flash Gaming. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you being in here. I've got to go the other way. So one of these tractors was actually on sale, but by the time you added the higher horsepower engine, it was actually more than what I could afford, unfortunately. But I thought something like this could have been quite nice. Although I'm not too sure, maybe not quite enough horsepower, especially for some of the hills on this map. Hey, thank you, Farmhand Andy. Appreciate it. Let's get this down to the field. Then we'll grab an Uber and grab the combine harvester. Don't think I'll complete the field before I end the stream. It is getting late here and I do have a real job to have to do. Unfortunately, YouTube is not my main source of income. It'll probably be a long time before it will ever be that, especially the way YouTube have gone with how they promote the videos. Now I've got to try and find out where we get into this field. Still can't believe you're in the 1K club now. That's awesome, mate. It was well deserved. And I think you got there just in time too, because YouTube have really made it difficult. Okay, so I have disabled the jump. So I have to select the vehicle to be able to jump in. So calling an Uber and getting them to pick you up, basically. Just as well, we don't have damage incorporated in this. I'd hate to think how much it would have cost to repair that header. It would be a good game mechanic to have in and turn off, but have it turn offable. It would definitely make you drive a bit more carefully if it was going to cost you money if you smacked into a building. And I don't think it'd be too hard to do. You know, I'm not expecting, you know, to see damage to the wall or anything like that. Not that kind of damage, but just consequence damage. You know, basically a little pop-up saying you smashed into the wall, X amount of dollars to repair the header and X amount of dollars to repair the wall. You know, I don't think it would be too hard. Get the feeling I've got myself stuck. Should have gone the other way, I think. Okay, everybody, I could be here all night fixing this. Or if you guys just look at that pink elephant over there. And, oh, would you look at that, the skills. He says as he gets stuck on the fence. Hey, Miguel McLaren, hello, welcome in. Might be coming back after a while. Awesome, mate. Thank you for jumping in, appreciate it. Definitely got some gnarly collisions going on here. Use number 8 wire to get out, yeah. Let's see if we can turn around in here and then see if we can do a better job of driving than what we did before. Hey Joel, yeah I was, mate. I'll have to learn to go the long way out that gate, that's for sure. And try to avoid the fence line there. Oh, made it across the bridge. That's good. I didn't make it past the car though. Yeah, had some wheat bix this morning. The combine misbehaves, you just pick it up. That's one of those script type mods you can get for PC that you can't for console, unfortunately. Have to say, I really do admire Mr. Sealy P. He really works hard making videos only on console. You know, something that we can do with just a press of the F12 key and punching in a couple of other keys, and bang, you know, it's all done. He all has to do manually, and he really does a fantastic job. I wonder if the bushes will let me through. I remember there was being one map where you could drive through the bushes unless it was a header, and then the headers wouldn't go through the bushes. So this here combine's done 50 hours basically. Oh, are you going to let me through? Oh yeah, sweet. Yep, can on here, awesome. Thanks for that, Andy. Okay, so this is actually my first harvest on this map. I've done a lot of other things. We've done cultivating and seeding, fertilizing, spraying. We even did a bale wrapping one, although that turned out to be a nightmare. Could not find that last bale anywhere. Don't know where it was. Yep, awesome, Andy. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. You have a fantastic Wednesday. So it looks like we might get a reasonable crop off this one. Right, so I might, when we start that run up the hill there, I might check the polls, close the polls off, and look at the results. So if you haven't voted in the poll yet, it's not too late. You can still do it, still have time. Probably about another 10 seconds. Alright, okay, and let's have a look at the polls. Okay, so on the which stream's this one? This is the horizontal stream. On the horizontal stream, Case came ahead of John Deere and Massey Ferguson. John Deere was second, Massey Ferguson was third. And on our vertical stream, Case came in first. John Deere came in first, 60%. 30% was Case, and 10% was Massey Ferguson. So there you go. Those are the polls. Sorry to say, but I'm still Massey Ferguson. Massey Ferguson's still one of my favourite tractors. But yeah, I might put a few other tractor brands up there for people to choose from. Unfortunately, when we do a poll, we can only do a maximum of 4 choices. So that's why we had Case, John Deere, Massey Ferguson, and other. So we might do another poll later on with some of the others. There are quite a few actually. I was actually thinking of what tractor manufacturers there were. So I actually incorporated a quiz into my latest inlay story. So feel free to have a go on that one. It's actually quite surprising how many tractor manufacturers also manufacture sports cars. Okay, we're 51%, so maybe not as good a crop as I thought we would get. So I might do a couple of harvesting contracts for November. And then come December, January and February, I may, if there's no contracts, then we might have to just skip through those months. So I have a mod that sort of makes the GPS connect onto the next one, and it seems to be working really well. Yes, Ferrari did used to make tractors. My woodwork teacher at school had a Ferrari orchard tractor because he also had a small orchard. So yes, Ferrari made tractors, Porsche, Lamborghini, of course. And I know a lot of people don't actually think about it, but Volvo, they've made tractors and they've actually made sports cars as well. As made famous by the TV series The Saint with Roger Moore from the 1960s. That was a Volvo, his main car. All right, I think once we get up to the gate there, we might empty this harvester out. So those posts there, I think if you cut that post, the hedges will disappear. If you don't like the hedges. Personally, I don't mind the hedges at all. Yes, sometimes it can be frustrating, but yeah, other times I do like these smaller, tighter mats. I do tend to go for more of those ones. It's a challenge, even if sometimes you have to use super strength to get yourself out of the pickle. All right, well, I'm actually going to call it a night there for me. It is 10:30, so I have work tomorrow, so it's a good place to finish it. We will be doing this map. I am liking this map so much that I'm streaming it 3 times a week. I'm enjoying it and the challenge of starting from scratch. I'm looking forward to getting a new tractor sometime, or new secondhand. But it's been great having you all here. Thank you to everyone that's been on the chat. Appreciate it. Thank you to everyone that's hit the like button. And for our new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't hit that like yet, it's not too late. If you haven't subscribed, it doesn't cost anything and really does help the channel. So feel free to do that as well. And if you think anyone might enjoy this stream, it is laid back and chill. Great to have on in the background. Well, I think so anyway. Feel free to share it with them. But yeah, until next time, have a good day, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world, and whatever time you're watching this. And until tomorrow, bye.